Okay, we should be on 7-8 in the orange book, dividing polynomials using long division on page 192. The one objective here is to divide a polynomial by a binomial. Sounds simple. It is once you get in the swing of things, so we're just going to start off with an example. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 9, all divided by x plus 3. So remember, your polynomial right here is your dividend. If I can write today. That's your dividend. I can't write, so you're just going to have to write it because I can't write it out today. It's not working. That's your dividend. And then your binomial over here is your divisor. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set it up like a long division problem, like in math class, like back in the 4th grade. Okay? You're first going to divide the term of the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So the first term of the dividend is x squared. So we're going to divide that by the first term of the divisor, which is x. So that obviously is going to give us x. So we're going to put that above the second term. Okay, you'll see why here in just a second. Then the second thing you're going to do is you're going to multiply this x by this x right here, by this, and by that. So by the x and by the 3. So x times x is going to give us x squared. X times 3 is going to give us 3x. Now, you're going to subtract each term. Okay? X squared minus x is going to be 0. 2 minus 3x, I'm sorry, 2x minus 3x is going to give us a negative 1x. All right, we're going to pull down this negative 9. So now, we have negative 1x, minus 9. Okay, the second thing you're going to do, all right, so to find the next term of the quotient of the answer, you're going to divide the first term of the partial dividend. So right here I'm talking about the negative 1x. You're going to divide that by the first term of the divisor. So by x again, so we're going to divide negative x by a positive x. That's going to give us negative 1. So we're going to plug that right above the negative 9. Okay? Then we're going to multiply this negative 1 by the x and then by the 3. So this is going to give us negative x. That's going to give us negative 3. Now remember, you're actually subtracting here. So you have this in parentheses with the subtraction sign on the outside of it. So that's actually going to turn this one positive and that one positive. I know, it's a lot of stuff going on. All right, so then this positive 1x is going to cancel out with that negative 1x. Okay? Then we have negative 9 plus a positive 3. That's going to give us negative 6. So in this instance, we do have a remainder, which is negative 6, because x cannot go into negative 6. So your answer here is going to be, where should I write that? Let's put that over here. So your answer is going to be x minus 1. And you add the remainder of 6 over your divisor x plus 3. That is your final answer. It looks super chaotic, but I promise you it's not once you get the swing of things down. Okay? All right, let's do another example. Let's do 16y plus 12y squared plus 5 parentheses divided by 5 plus 6y. Okay? So before you dive into any division of polynomials, you have to make sure that they are in standard form or in descending order. So if you look here, neither the dividend nor the divisor are in descending order. So we're going to rewrite that. We're going to cross this bad boy out. We're going to rewrite it. So let's do 6y plus 5 going into 12y squared plus 16y plus 5. It has to be in standard form for this to work. If it's not, that's where you're going to make some errors. So let's erase this original problem. So divisor and dividend have to be in standard form. Okay, so same thing here. Okay, we're going to divide the 12y squared over the first term in our divisor, which is 6y. Okay, so 12 divided by 6 is going to give us a whole number of 2. Y squared divided by y is going to give us 1y. So we take this term, we're going to put it over the second term of 16y right there. Alrighty, so now we're going to multiply 2y by 6y. That's going to give us positive 12y squared. 2y times 5 is going to give us a positive 10y. Now again, just because we're multiplying positive numbers, that's great, but now we have to actually subtract these bad boys, just like in a typical long division answer, or problem, I'm sorry. So 12y squared minus 12y squared is going to give us 0. Those are going to cancel out. 16y minus 10y is going to give us positive 6y. Bring down that positive 5. Same thing, okay? So now let's take the term of the first, let's take the first term of the partial dividend there of 6y divided by the first term. So 6y divided by 6y, get to cancel it, give us a positive 1. There we go. Positive 1. 1 times 6y is going to give us 6y, positive 6y. 5 times 1 is going to give us a positive 5. Okay, now, Now again, we're going to subtract these just like we would in a typical long division problem. 6y minus 6y is going to give us 0. Y's, actually. 5 minus 5 is going to give us 0. So your final answer is going to be right here. 2y plus 1. So this one does not have a remainder. Okay? Alrighty, let's do another example. Let's do a minus 6 dividing into 3a squared minus 22a plus 20. Okay? So right now I want you to try to pause the video and see if you can try and solve this bad boy. As a hint, there is a remainder. Okay? So we'll have a remainder. Make sure you put the remainder over a minus 6 as the divisor, okay? Alright, good luck when you're ready to hit play, and we'll see if you did it correctly. Alrighty, so if you got 3a minus 4 plus the remainder of negative 4 over a minus 6, you did it correctly. So some errors that we might see here are forgetting that you're actually subtracting each time after you're multiplying to get the new partial dividend. So keep that in mind, like right here. 3a times a gave us a positive 3a squared, but you're actually subtracting every time. Then 3a times negative 6 actually gave us a negative 18a, but that's a double negative, so that's why that turned positive. So keep that in mind, okay? What is that? Okay, this next example is 4x squared plus 3x minus 6 is all divided by x plus 2. So first we make sure that our polynomials and binomials are in standard form. We've done that. Yep, they look good. So now let's start dividing. So what's 4x squared divided by x? Okay. So again, if you need to write that out, please do. 4x squared over x. So that's going to give us 4x. So let's write that bad boy right over our second binomial and the dividend. Okay. So now we do 4x times x. It's going to give us 4x squared. 4x plus 2 is going to give us 8x. That is so sloppy. Remember, this is all being multiplied by a negative. So now that becomes negative. And that becomes negative. These boys cancel out. 3x minus 8x is going to give us negative 5x. Pull this negative 6 down. How How many times does x go into negative 5x? Well, negative 5x over x. It's going to give us a negative 5. Okay, so negative 5 right there. So negative 5 times x is going to give us negative 5x. Negative 5 times 2 is going to give us negative 10. Remember, this whole bad boy gets multiplied by a negative because we're truly subtracting here. So that's going to turn positive. And that's going to turn positive because negative times negative is positive. Negative times negative is positive. So these bad boys are going to cancel out. Negative 6 and a positive 10 is going to give us a positive 4, which is our remainder. So the answer is 4x minus 5 plus 4 over x plus 2. Alrighty? Alrighty, let's have you do this one on your own. Let's do y minus 4 all divided into 3y squared minus 4y minus 15. So on this one, this is the last one we're going to do together, then you're going to have 2 to do on your own. So, first things first, let's divide into that first divisor. 3y divided by y. It's going to be 3y. So that's positive 3y. Let's multiply that bad boy. It's going to give us positive 3y. That's going to give us a negative 12y. That's going to become a negative. That's going to become a positive. These are going to cancel out. So in essence, I think what you've seen from each one of these problems, we're trying to cancel out this first term every time. Okay? Which is what we just did here. Positive 3y squared and a negative 3y squared. Then we have negative 4y plus a positive 12y. It's going to give us positive 8y. Bring down this negative 15. Alrighty. How many times does y go into 8y? That would be 8 times, positive 8. Okay? So 8 times y is going to give us positive 8y. 8 times negative 4 is going to give us negative 32. Again, this is, I think, where everybody gets a little confused because it is so weird. This is going to become negative. This is going to become positive. So we're multiplying it by a negative because we're really just subtracting it. Okay? These are going to cancel out. We have a negative 15 and a positive 32. It's going to be a positive 17 for a remainder. So this final answer, just give me some room here, is going to be 3y plus 8 with a remainder of plus 17 over y minus 4. That's your final answer, okay? So, the next two you're going to do are numbers 3 and 4 in the try these. So you're responsible for the try these. Numbers 3 and 4 on page 193 in the orange book, okay? Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.